It's tea time.
It is tea time.
Special tea session.
So we're just going to rip off the Band-Aid. Today we will be brewing the 1980 Qing Bing, which is basically a series of batches of dry stored 7542 from 89 to 92. The most famous ones are from a tea house in Hong Kong called Best Tea House. This one actually comes from Dear Sue, so thank you, Ming. This was a wedding gift from me, so many years ago.
And a super cool thing, too.
Yeah. So hopefully Sue remembers still sending this to me. I think she probably would. But yeah, I brewed this once, and I wrote it up on the blog in 2018. So 7 years ago at this point. That's the last time I had it. So yeah.
Thanks for sharing it with me, man.
Yeah. So this, as well as the Junchun Yahao, are kind of like the two specialties that we've done this year, and we have no more plans to bring on a specialty ever again. Do you want to drink the rinse? Or should we skip it?
Of all of the times where I would drink the rinse, I would drink the rinse on this.
Okay. I don't know if we're going to taste much, but
yeah,
I'm going to keep this rinse here. I'm going to actually tread a little light on this, just so we might get a couple early brews that are on the light side of things.
That's fine.
And we'll just see how it goes.
Have we drank a rinse on the last 300 episodes?
Might die.
Maybe.
I might die. You know?
Here we go.
Yeah, so 88 Qing Bing, very, very iconic, famous tea. So a real treat to get to try this.
The color is so crazy. I mean, it'll darken up, but for how old it is, it's still pretty light. You can really see the dry storage.
Yep. And so one of the reasons we had the 2000 Commission 7542 that was traditionally stored last week was partly to just directly contrast it. So we have the leaves of that one right here, which are very dark, as you would expect for something trad stored.
It smells really nice.
Yeah, you could smell the brightness too.
Yeah,
it's like
crazy.
It's like this one's like dark wood, and this one you could already tell is like midwood.
Quite different.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. Shout out to Sue. Thank you.
You could add this to the my.tdb database.
There you go. Already surprising thickness.
Yeah. Pretty rich texture. Maybe a bit of almost fruit already. So there's that dry storage that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So this is Malaysia dry. So this is definitely not Seattle dry too.
Now, help me understand this, because I think of wet when I think of Malaysia.
Sure.
So, is Malaysia considered dry storage?
It's
like mid.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, right? I mean, Malaysia itself is a tropical climate.
Right.
But it's all kind of relative. It's like if you think about the norm of storage at the time, and one of the reasons why this is so rare is like traditional storage is definitely the norm.
Yeah, sure.
When you're talking about this era,
right?
Which is Hong Kong traditional, meaning it's not like naturally stored.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And
so her storage is relatively dry in the Malaysia spectrum.
Okay. Gotcha.
Meaning I think it spends quite a bit of time in AC and stuff.
Okay, I see.
But that's to me in like it's still like probably 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Sure.
Or American, sorry.
Yeah.
Rather than like I don't know whatever like it could get up to in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Like 3? I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know Celsius.
I think that's something like that. 30, yeah, sounds about right.
Should we do it in kelvins?
How many kilojoules of slight, not sourness, but juiciness on that first steeping?
Yeah.
Light, but almost unctuous, kind of thick, slightly viscous, almost like a white tea velvety kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that texture.
Oh, the wood on this is just remarkable. The fruit's really nice. You know, the thing is that for such an extraordinary tea, it's so familiar. You know what I mean? The profile is really, I don't know, just like a lot of tea that we've had.
And we knew this was coming, so we both had like some 7542s and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have access to like
quite like this.
Close like this, but yeah, I mean, you do what you can. Wow, it really is quite rich.
Yeah.
And like bright.
Yeah. pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know the ambient humidity that this has been stored at, frankly. Just like purely for
I mean, I
humidor.
visited her. I would guess it's kind of in that 80 Fahrenheit range. Yeah.
Okay, got it. But what about the relative humidity? Sorry.
Oh, I don't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I doubt she measures that. But,
Right.
I mean, it's a pretty humid place. So
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like 60s, 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if she's in AC, then it would be probably, in humidity, probably it's like 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
So, makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. This is just so... I mean, it's even brighter than I thought it would be. Some plum even still in
It's
this.
so fruity. It's crazy. So much high end. But not floral. To your point, yeah, kind of like juicy fruit. So clean tasting. Not funky at all. No, very little hay, if any. It's really just much more wood. Like there's no greenness, but
No.
fruit sweet.
I'd say it's not too bitter, but there is a bit of astringency, as one might expect from something dry stored. Really juicy, though. Like,
Absolutely.
like it really converts quite quick. Like, the flavors linger in my mouth.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, we are still just getting going. That was, like, what would normally be the first tea. And, like I said, I am keeping these relatively short.
Yeah. Mouthfeel is incredible on this. Light wisps of vanilla bean.
Pulling out the fancy vocab. Wisps.
It's really cool actually moderating the app because people post all their stuff. So many funny, like, cardboard is one of like the flavor notes that someone's using a lot. Like cardboard. Okay. Ask what my son thinks about that one. He eats cardboard. But like paper.
Okay.
It's like, okay, I know what paper tastes like.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, old books, kind of a classic.
Totally.
One. Yeah.
100%.
Cardboard, interesting.
Do you get a like leather or tobacco leaf or spicy earth or anything like that?
Leather, maybe. I gotta watch out for that though, and see. I don't get the other ones too much.
Neither do I.
I don't get any smoke or anything like that. If we're talking about the
exactly.
of stuff.
Yeah, so very in the sense of like we've been both courtesy of Jay's pretty much drinking Boulong, a lot of Boulong recently, and it does not have any of that incense perfumey wood. To me, it's much more of a clean, clear, light wood character. Not quite maple, maybe like sandalwood or birch.
Okay. So you can see colors deepening and darkening.
The bright, sweet fruit on it, really lovely. Yeah, juicy. It's not sour, but it has that kind of like, it's not astringent or even mouth puckering, but it has that juiciness.
Smell that.
Yeah. Maybe like a graham cracker.
Yeah.
God, dude, I had the first time I had COVID. After that, I had strange phenomenology with smells and colors. So I'm like, there's a purple smell in this. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Purple's not a smell, bro.
It just reminds me of the Dave Chappelle purple drink. Anyway, there's something in here that's a little bit dank and bassy that I'm not tasting in the cup yet, but I think we're gonna get there. And that's very Feel 7542. Maybe a slight camphor. Get in there and let me know what you think. Or like medicine shop or something, not mushroomy, but like funky and that kind of lower.
I could see the
synthetic.
camphor. Yeah, it's getting lower. I mean, I see what you mean. I mean, it's like, this is an aged tea. I mean, like, this tea is probably about 35 years old at this point. So, yeah, it's...
Cheers.
Yeah, I could get on board with camphor, but it combines that with kind of like the wood fruit sweetness.
Oh,
it's a lot fruitier than I would have imagined.
Yeah.
Really rich.
So good, dude. Genuinely not just saying that. It's so the mouthfeel is the texture on the palate is so nice.
You're not going to come to this and be like, oh, I'm more of an 8582 guy.
No, but you could kind of goose up the session knowing what it is and stuff if you went into a blind or whatever. But I think if you went into a blind, it just genuinely this tea really is pretty remarkable.
Yeah,
it just has all of the things you hope for in a tea. It's so smooth, not quite mellow, but relaxed. Really delicious.
I will say, in terms of kind of the intangibles, after effects, it is doing a really nice mouth coat. My throat is getting like nice and sweet feelings all around.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a tea that feels substantial. How's the body for you?
It's really nice, and now I'm feeling a bit more of the intensity of the base recipe on this. A little bit of a flushing in the cheeks, and just kind of the power of the 7542 recipe now kind of coming through. So I'd be curious to see how this performs. One of the teas where it's nice enough that I think I wouldn't push that evaluation hard steep.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah. I'm not going
to.
No,
like you want it to just actually be delicious the whole time. And it's been so good already. There's like no point in pushing it just to see if it can perform well. It's like we're
testing it.
We're in the performance right now.
Yeah.
So, man, really nice. Really lovely lasting flavor, which is really interesting because when I think of strong lasting flavor, typically for my kind of range of teas that I'm drinking on a daily basis or semi-regularly, they tend to be lasting because they're so punchy and strong, not because they have such a mellow, soft, sweet fruit flavor. But for this, it's like strong residual fruit, as opposed to, again, those flavors kind of fading or not really lasting as long in the mouth.
Yeah. I'm not totally sure what steep we're on. I think it's 4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds right.
Sounds good.
4, I think. Or, yeah.
For me, this is starting to smell more and more like pour. You can just really get that. I get heavy resin on this. Maybe camphor. So really,
I agree with that.
Firmly kind of going into that, whereas it started a bit more on that fruit tones.
Do you think what kind of resin would you say? Like it's kind of a bit more maybe incensey now than pine is what I would say.
Definitely not the resins from Satya.
Oh God, I still need to get that out of my freaking house. It's in the garage, dude. It's like vanished. Oh my God, watch that episode or don't. Anyway,
the torture. So
yeah, seriously, I've had like sinus issues since. No, really remarkable. Maybe now feeling a little bit of the astringency in the mouth.
To answer your question, though, I don't know resins very well, so for me, I don't know that I could pinpoint it exactly.
Sure. I guess when I think of resin, I think of like pine needles, pine resin, cedar resin. It's kind of like almost the bitter flavor, or like, have you ever had like sap get on your shoes and try to get it off and stuff, okay. And like you have that kind of smell?
I guess I generally see it as pine resin.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I think this does have the zhangsheng, the camphor coming into it. Getting a little bit of menthol and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is not exactly what I always imagined dye having.
No. Yeah, maybe a little cooling. So remarkably sweet. I mean, that's the one thing I think is probably my biggest surprise on this tea.
Yeah.
So bright, so sweet.
I think the aftertaste in particular. There's definitely like a little bit of astringency, which you would expect and you would want because this is a raw pour. Yeah. But it converts very, very quickly.
Yeah. This is making me excited for all the 502 I have. It's going to be a while, but I hope that it can get here. The parameters, so my storage is about kind of similar.
Okay.
82 and trying to be 65.
Okay.
Mostly failing at this point.
I think the 502 that I have is too dank already to ever end up something like this.
Mine has a little bit of that brightness still.
Yours has more brightness than mine does. Yeah.
Although, who knows? Probably cake by cake, honestly.
I mean, and honestly, it's like the factory productions have changed so much that they're going to be... It's unlikely they would reach this level of quality.
What a remarkable tea. The irony of a tea that's so nice like this is that it's actually so easy to drink. It would be a great introduction to pu'er tea for someone who's not used to it.
Quarter cake?
Yeah, but...
$2 grand quarter cake?
Yeah, exactly. I'll have half a cake of...
Yeah, toss in some dry stored shagwan in there, too.
I'll trade my car for it.
Yeah.
Not even kidding. Color's really darkening up now, but still holding a really beautiful amber with orange notes in it. Really soothing brew. For me, not super invigorating, more relaxing. could just be where I'm at today.
Yeah, I'm surprised how much this is not trying to bite my face off.
Yeah.
In fact, just because this is dry stored, so, and like factory teas back then especially were intended for kind of like stronger storage, so.
Yeah.
It's not like my Seattle storage has really mellowed it too much, I could imagine, but yeah, it's very pleasant.
Oh man, so yummy.
Very lively. I think that can't be understated. I mean, one thing that would definitely contrast it with some of its colleagues that have been more humidly stored is the liveliness. The dry storage really maintains that.
Some of the really bright sweetness of the fruit is fading, but still creating space for what I would consider to be kind of like a deeper sweetness on this tea.
I do get the leather now. Yeah.
Yeah. The wood is shining now, I think, on this tea. Yeah, dynamic, but not all over the place. I think you can kind of taste notes of things that are slowly progressing into the cup now. Earlier on, or smell them. Yeah, really remarkable. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm so down to finish this.
No, I mean, this is a long episode.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
sort of like the Jun Chen Ya Hao, which is an interesting comparison. I would say this is, well, it's definitely more factory style than that one, which this also feels older to me, too, than that tea.
Yeah. I think it's probably, to your point about the factory style, maybe a bit of what I meant by the familiarity of this tea is that, you know, it tastes like dai.
Mm-hmm.
But just classic. Man, imagine like having this be your daily.
I don't think this is daily even for good old Sue.
Yeah, man, what a treat.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably not old enough for her, honestly. She has such a cachet of like really nice old teas.
Damn,
She's
dude.
like, I need to wait another 15 on this. Not quite
Incredible.
ready yet. Yeah.
Oh my god. You know, it's the interesting thing about the dry storage on this is that it really, for me, would be very hard, just knowing myself, to place the age on this.
Well, we're not used to dry stored teas at this age,
Right.
so it's just like, yeah, I there's no way I would guess the age right if I had this blind.
Right.
I would probably be like,
Early 2000s is what I would say.
yeah, that sounds probably about what I would guess too. Yeah, if we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, just, yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to...
Which is why this is like a valuable reference point, because it kind of help you reference it.
And I think that the main key difference between something from the early 2000s dai versus this is like maybe some of those intangibles. Interestingly, I think the material itself has a brightness on it that probably is a little bit different than how they produce the teas since.
Yeah. I think this is probably a real ass kicker when it was young. Like I gotta imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah. It's strong now.
Yeah.
But it's, again, the profile is soft, but the power of it is strong.
Yeah.
It's like it's a relaxed pastel painting, but it goes to 11, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, really nice. Keep going.
Cheers. Interesting. I feel like, sort of like the last tea in a way, it's kind of going into these like tobacco-y wood territory here. Perhaps hinting again at what some of those flavors were like when I was younger.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I don't need to say it. I'm like, this episode might not have a lot more like words, but I still want to drink it. So hang out with us while we just absorb this. My
I don't
goodness.
think we're quite capable of ASMR episodes, but
No, but wow. I don't think anyone would want to be hearing me like. I've recorded myself being too loud and be like. So
sounds like Michael Myers or something.
One thing that's really, again, distinct about this tea is the intensity of the lasting flavor is really remarkable.
Yeah, the aftertaste I think is the thing that really stands out. I mean, like I think more than kind of like these traditionally stored teas, this tastes like you're not mistaking this for anything else. This is raw pu'er.
For sure.
And so yeah, I mean, interesting to think about. I don't know, just kind of where this continues
Strange.
to go.
Yeah, the Eon tea that we had last episode with the Hong Kong storage.
Yeah.
It has a more fermented and darker character to it, I think, by a lot. You
Yeah.
can really taste the
a
difference
lot,
in the
yeah.
storage.
Huge difference, yeah. It's not one where you're like, oh, you need to be a real expert to tell. It's like
No.
anyone can tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So fruity. Now the fruit is kind of mellowed, but still there. Yeah, strong, wonderful kind of base wood character to this.
Great depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it's like dark wood. I'd still put it kind of at that mid light.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, like the Yeon would be a dark wood.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But like a light oak, sandalwood,
That's one thing I
birch.
like about the app is kind of how it separates out into like light, medium, and dark for wood. Because it's like so much puer goes into wood. So it's like you call something woody. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like what is it exactly? It's like there's a certain level of precision you can be.
It's been very interesting to learn about tea through developing the app.
Yeah.
Because it really does make you think, and I think that was one of the coolest things initially in the first few days even of the announcement of the app, was just so much feedback of ideas and how people think and interpret tea themselves, and the question of how would I make my own app if I was going to make an app? How can I improve the
Sure.
app of these dudes? So yeah, just kind of getting into the categorization of flavors and stuff, really helpful actually.
No pencil shavings on this?
Not really. I mean, no, not really. No compost.
garden.
Yeah, no garden, no compost, no tomato. There's really no vegetal. It's just kind of like sweet wood, sweet fruit, maybe slight hints of spicy earth, camphor, leather, maybe even a little bit of that rock taste.
Those are a lot of notes, but honestly,
Sure.
I think it encapsulates it pretty well. It's a pretty complex tea. Yeah, this is like the Yeon. I mean, the beauty of Hong Kong storage is it kind of does simplify it, and it makes it a very easygoing brew. And so, while I do like it quite a bit, it's something like the Yeon is very straightforward in comparison.
Yeah. How much water we have in there? I can go grab some more. It'll be interesting to see how this, and we probably won't be able to really test this completely in this episode, but how the longevity of this tea lasts. What's the durability of it?
Seems pretty good. I mean, we brewed quite a few of these. I mean, we're definitely going faster than we would if we weren't
Sure.
recording.
Yeah.
Thing I've said many times throughout this show, but yeah, it seems like it's going quite strong still.
Yeah. It's really nice. Yeah.
Trying to keep these brews nice and robust. I don't think we've had like a falling off brew yet.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, you brewed it really excellently. And the color, for folks out there who are just getting into tea drinking and stuff, and who are specifically raw puer, the thing that you can kind of look at to modulate the strength of the brew as a estimate, not as a guarantee, is just the saturation of color in the soup, and trying to keep that steady throughout as much as you can throughout the steepings. And it will, at a certain point, not represent the flavors being good. But
And one other thing, you can look at this and be like, yeah, this is like a factory tea. It's not like it's like
Sure.
super pristine.
Yeah.
Everything's a whole leaf or anything like that.
Right.
You can tell that the rolling on it's also pretty significant too.
Yeah, some
It
stems.
doesn't like fully unfurl as much. That's a point of contention as far as the processing and pour goes. Yeah.
Something different. Maybe a slight floral thing now.
Some people say that as you brew out the tea, you start to get more and more hints at what it was like when it was younger, when you're brewing something older like this. So maybe you're onto something there. But you're right, there's something a little bright about it. I'd say for me it's a little going back to the fruit, and I wonder if just like the brief break and steeping while we cut the camera played into that too. Really juicy. Like the liveliness and the juiciness cannot be understated.
Yeah, but not in a sour way. Like sometimes those teas are juicy and sour, and they kind of taste similar in that it's like kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
This is not sour, but it has that like juicy sweet fruit thing.
I feel like the juicy and sour is a bit of a aged too long thing too.
Yeah, 100%. Stronger even, I'd say.
But this one's firmly like more, it's juicy and resinous or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like resin, I feel like is classic.
Again, you can kind of imagine wood pulp juice is kind of what we're getting a little bit of that, in this. Sweet, strong still. Not really much dank at all. Wisps of camphor, but not particularly strong.
We got 2 wisps, 1 episode, guys. TDB is done. Yeah.
This one's so nice.
Wisps of camphor.
That's my band name.
I got nothing to say.
Yeah, just leave it there. Yeah. Wisps of camphor. It's a Gaelic.
Sounds pretentious, man.
Oh, for sure. It's super pretentious. It's so pretentious that we don't even have any music out.
It's post music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's hard to understand. Plebeians certainly wouldn't be able to grok what I'm talking about. Plebeians, that's a good one.
Plebes.
Plebes.
Shout outs to the plebes.
Dang it, I got a phone call. Hold on. You keep drinking. I'm turn this off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, people.
Right. This session is over.
Yeah. Pip pip.
Cheers.
God damn. So nuanced, but so easy to drink. It's so cohesive, There's no jarring anything. It's really easy.
Yeah. It really is in the tobacco wood category for me now. Mm-hmm. And I wonder, it probably was quite smoky when it was young, I imagine. I can't say for sure, but
yeah.
Maybe Sue could say, but my guess is that it probably was.
I can imagine.
Or at least somewhat smoky.
Yeah. I can imagine it certainly. Yeah. And so at this point in brewing a tea like this out, or maybe something that's comparable for people at home, but something you can take away from this would be that we're I don't know, 8 steepings in, 9, whatever.
I think we're beyond that.
Okay. You're hitting boiling the water every time.
Oh yeah. Even at the beginning, I think you want to make sure.
Yeah.
We're using a Gaiwan, which is probably a little bit of an unusual choice for something like this.
Sure.
But
versus clay.
Yeah,
clay
but
pot.
I'm very in rhythm with Gaiwans right now,
Yeah.
I'm used to using them
right.
more than that. And also, I've never had this in a Gaiwan, so it's a little interesting because I think it allows me to steep very quickly, appreciate the brightness of the tea, and I think as a result, it's perhaps been a little bit less bitter, which you could say is good or bad.
Yeah.
I remember the tea being probably a little more bitter. I need to revisit my old notes a bit, but yeah.
Interesting, yeah. And the benefit of that potentially is that it affords you a bit more flexibility. You can still give it a lot of heat and time, or even potentially utilize the residual heat in the Gaiwan itself by brewing, pouring quickly, and then brewing again to just have the tea and the chai sit. So you can still work around the parameters of a Gaiwan pretty effectively. In fact, for me at least, I think I tend to be a bit more adroit with it compared to something like a teapot, personally.
Okay.
Another SAT word. Kabam.
There you go.
Adroit.
Raising your SAT scores.
Oh, really nice.
I don't think we have many. I suspect our audience has gotten older with this.
Yeah.
I think so. I think we got a lot of more middle-aged people than we
Shout
did
out
when we were
if
like
you're
25.
A Gen Z TDB subscriber. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to say that.
And it's just silence there.
Yeah, exactly. Crickets. I can see it, though. Tea is not something, in the West at least, that culturally... So I'll put it this way. Everyone who I've met who is Chinese American, says that doing gong fu cha is like the old people way of brewing tea.
Yeah.
I think you said something similar too.
Yeah.
Right? And like everyone who's young, who I've chatted with, who's from China, who drinks tea, they're just like, yeah, this is like a practical getting my day started beverage, which is great. Cool. No judgment at all. So I think that in the West, though, because it's kind of a more unusual thing, it's more likely that people aren't... there's plenty of people who are just like drinking Lipton in the morning.
No, I mean, I think the poor audience skews young.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
In particular. Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
I mean, white tea isn't exactly known as a boomer operation. Cheers.
Cheers. just fading a little bit now, but
yeah. I mean, you can tell the strength there. It has that like. It has that like astringency, but it just converts so fast that it just gives you like this very juicy, sweet feeling everywhere.
How would you rank this in terms of bitterness out of 10?
2.
Yeah.
What about you?
Maybe, yeah. Very low, 2.
Yeah. Because of your app, I actually can answer that question. I think I'd have a harder time. doing it. Yeah. What about sweetness?
8. Yeah.
I'm moving the slider.
I'd say an 8 at least.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Too. Astringency?
Maybe a 2.
Okay. I would actually put this maybe a 3 on.
Actually, yeah, fair. Sourness probably 1. I think we'll give it no umami.
Yeah, same for me. On
Yeah.
Let's do one more.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
It is interesting. Doing the app has definitely made me, I guess, more not discerning, but formulaic in a good way. Rigorous. I don't know how to put it, but conscientious, attentive to all the aspects of tea that I can be experiencing.
Yeah.
And it happens fast, so it's kind of like an immediate thing. Now I'm just like, ranking the, warming versus cooling. How does the energy affect me? Where am I feeling in my body? So it's been kind of instructive and cool to be developing the app and stuff, just because I feel like I've gotten even more advanced with tea doing it.
What's one feature, or what's one thing that's way more popular than you would have imagined in the app? As we break this last one. Like, is there one thing that's been used, like even a flavor note or something like that, or something that was like requested a bunch and people really like?
I'd say I'm pleasantly surprised by the tagging.
People use it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not everyone, but I think it's a way of having an abstract. It's an abstraction that enables people to enhance the richness of their data dramatically in ways that I didn't anticipate. So you can actually, now with my stats page, you can actually sort by tag and stuff, so you can really get into the nuances of differences between tags, and which I think further enriches the capacity for tags to be a really powerful feature for people. So I would encourage people to use it. It's kind of like the perfect miscellaneous thing to do. And for me personally, I think one of the most interesting things to look at actually is how other users rank flavors. So even if you, for example, have a flavor that comes up often, because right now the sorting is by the frequency of flavor for user profiles. Although I think actually having it also toggle to by ranking would be interesting. But noticing that, like James really likes plum a lot, or the typical tea that you have that has a plummy note, you tend to rank higher. So maybe it just says something about you that you think the plum flavor itself is kind of nice and alluring. So I think that's been an interesting way to kind of like introspect about other people's preferences and then matching them to myself. It'd be really cool to figure out a way to have a sort of like recommendation engine based on the statistical.
Sure. I mean, even just like, you're similar to this user.
Exactly.
And then you follow them.
That's what I mean. Right.
Like, they like this tea too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So those are the kind of ideas that please comment below. I've been too focused on like prep for baby stuff that I have not been doing too much creative stuff on it. But
I mean, this tea is like, you like the 80 Qing Bing? You consider the 70s yellow mark?
Are you in that private jet tea lifestyle?
You haven't tried the 50s Hong yet?
Plebe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. One of our longest episodes filmed.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to change the battery pack. I mean,
exactly.
Somehow I'm using the same battery pack as episode 1, so there you go. I mean,
yeah.
Still so lively, still so juicy.
So sweet still.
Still so much room to age. But I will say that it's at a nice spot. Like, this is not quite as rough. I remember it still being like, my reaction last time was like, this needs more time.
Interesting. Okay.
And I don't know how much of it is just, it's kind of turned in another corner, versus like maybe bringing the guy ones just a little gentler with it.
Yeah, possible.
those would probably be my two dominant theories. Perhaps it's some combination of the two, but
and you kind of elongate that peak a little
Yeah.
bit, pushing it out with the steeps and stuff. I think it's absolutely ready right now. It's so good. Typically it's like, how do people find this?
I mean,
good luck.
Yeah, you have to have money and you have to know the right people. But yeah, and thank you to Sue for sending this to you many years ago.
Yeah,
very much appreciate it. I mean, check out my old write-up from 7-8 years ago too, and you can see how that.
Maybe we'll link into it below. Probably not though. Just being honest about it.
Yeah, if I remember. Yeah. And then you can go ahead and go add this tea to the my.tdb app.
I know. Yeah, it's the major flex. Click the button, subscribe.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so this is like B tier, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
6 of 10.
Yeah.
Fine. Could use more time. Factory tea. No, very good. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Delicious session. Click the button, subscribe. If you found this interesting, if you're still watching, shout out to you.
Yeah.
I am feeling awesome, relaxed, but some type of way.
Let's go have some tea bags, bro. Wu-Tang.
Peace.